Now, what is giving all our politicians headache, especially from the north now, is this tax reform. Most of them are shouting, no, no, no. The question is, what is this tax reform going to do to the economy and how is it going to work? Anybody against this tax reform should either be against the implementation and the monitoring. That is what you should be against, not that you are against the tax reform itself, because the tax reform itself is a good one. If you should ask me, it is a good one. But the problem would be, would they monitor it? Would that money not end up being embezzled at the end of the day? Anyway, let me explain. Now, this tax reform will address a lot of things. You see, this issue I raised last time of, una know they drink beer, like the Northerns, una know like alcohol, but the revenue from alcohol from other states, una go collect, share from it, and also it will address. Now, the tax reform address one of those issues that you will be giving allocation based on your productivity. This tax reform will also boost productivity, except your state is lazy. If your state is lazy, your people are lazy, una go suffer. Anyway, let me just give you some highlights of one of the things that the tax reform will address. Number one, now any business with less than 50 million turnover in a year is exempted from the tax payments. Now, over 90% of workers in public and private sectors will be exempted from the income tax. That will no good. It good too now. Now, over 82% of what low-income persons consume will be VAT free, like value added tax. Most of those things when they buy food and all that, they said over 82% of them will be VAT free, meaning say food fee come down. Now, the tax reform also states that they will be scrapping more than 50 nuisance, tax that small business they suffer. All those small tax what they collect from small businesses, say they disturb una, say they go scrap more than 50 of them so that una will feel focus. According to the tax reform. Now, this one sweets me past. They said VAT, value added tax, will no longer be calculated on where companies' headquarters are, but it will be calculated on where their goods are being consumed. Like for the Northerners brothers now, when they drink alcohol, as long as say alcohol no they come there, una no they drink VAT from alcohol no they come to Nigeria. In fact, the revenue whatever come from there, they no go share and give una again. Now the people where they consume alcohol na the states and then go, the revenue go to na there they go share give them. You understand? So companies now where their product is being consumed, now there their VAT, that kind of thing. Exactly. And the part of the tax reform said that those who are receiving less than 9 million naira per annum, say if you calculate all your income in a year, you no reach 9 million or you no reach 9 million, say your tax will be cut into half. They will cut them into half. Say, no, they receive too much, they will cut them into half. Do you understand? And the tax reform also addressed the issue of cutting a lot of tax. Example, stamp duty. So tax reform, when that tax reform happen, if they finally pass them into it becomes a law. Stamp duty, they will scrap and they will scrap stamp duty. So you feel focus on the main important things. Now, the tax reform also says that from now to 2025 to 2030, the value added VAT will be increasing from 10% to 20%. It go up. They go carry up gradually till 2030. You understand? So now another thing be that the VAT go up from now to 2025 to 2030. It go up. Now the tax reform also said that many Nigerian companies pay more than 60 different tax and levies in Nigeria. So this tax reform is looking to end all of that because it's affecting a lot of companies in Nigeria and it's frustrating them. If you notice, a lot of companies are leaving the country. They are leaving Nigeria because they can no longer survive. So this tax reform will end that. It will address all those 60 different levies and tax they are paying here and there. They'll pay local government, they'll pay this, they'll pay this. So their tax will be now be narrowed down on one channel and they know what they're paying and they get value for what they are paying according to the tax reform. Now, why is the Northerners? Why did they vex? Why this one's they vex? Because one of the things that the tax reform will be doing is that they will no go, they give you allocation based on your population again. They will be giving you based on your productivity. So the tax reform is addressing to increase productivity. So the more you produce, the more allocation or the more revenue that is given to you. What is coming from the, all the thing where they don't collect from VAT, everything. Now, the more they produce, the more you could get. Now, imagine Lagos, they generate more. They can't give Lagos and one state in the north the same thing. Makes sense now. So the tax reform is saying that if you have that population that you claim you have, or put them into use, produce more. You have landmarks, take them to farm. produce. Oh yeah, all the governors, carry your people, produce. But it seems like some of our northern brothers or northern leaders, they don't want that. They are enjoying that free money. You understand? Jackie they work, monkey they chop. The tax reform do not want it. So everybody hustle, work. So if you are against this tax reform, I might not like the APC government. I might not really love Tinubu like that. But you see this tax reform, if they should put what is in there into action and they monitor the implementation and they also supervise it well to make sure there's no embezzlement in it, bro, it is a welcome idea. It is good. I love it. I love it. I love every aspect of this. It might not be 100% excellent, but I know it will help. And also, something you should keep in mind is that when this is implemented, know that you cannot go tax-free in Nigeria. Meanwhile, House of Rep have suspended the tax reform debate indefinitely because of the heated argument is causing from the north and other. But I trust Jagaban, Tinubu, he knows his way around the National Assembly and the Senate. He might get it done. So you tell me what you think about this in the comment section. But before you do that, please do not forget to
enjoy your weekend. Thank you.